Well, hello and welcome back to those of you who have been following the series, either in person or watching the replays. And a warm welcome to you if it's your very first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers, and I'm William Craig III, a professional career coach. I can't say professional now, professional career coach. And I've got a clear mission for this series to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. The fact is, people who put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So instead, I focus on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. And my goal is real simple: to help you run your job search, your job campaign with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your assistant, not your replacement. Today, as always, we're going to be building on that momentum. And if you've missed any of the segments, feel free to watch the replays on my LinkedIn profile. That's William W. Craig, number 3. Or you can go to YouTube at Get Up and Get a Job. Now, here's the thing that I found out. If you watch live on YouTube, you actually get the prompts when I pop them in to the live chat on YouTube. So that's very cool. Okay. Finally figured this thing out. I knew I'd do it, but bottom line is, if you watch live on YouTube, you get the prompt when I put it in the live chat on YouTube. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go in and, as I promised, put all of these prompts in for all of these shows, 5 weeks worth of shows at this point. But I'm going to do that over the weekend. Okay, it's an arduous process. So again, you'll get the prompts, but if you watch live on YouTube, and certainly subscribe to the YouTube channel, Get Up and Get a Job, and that way you can subscribe and it'll notify you when get up and get job when daily AI prompts for job seekers is about to go live, and that way you can tune in and not miss a segment. By the way, thank you, thank you, thank you to those of you who have been sharing this with others. Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn yesterday to say, hey, a friend of mine shared your link with me, and I started watching, and it's very, very helpful. So, so cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue. You can just go to the LinkedIn profile, click on like tomorrow's session, for example, click that link and share it because it's the same link each and every day. All righty. Hey, Donna, good to see you. Donna saying, good afternoon, all. Hope you're having a great day. And of course, MC, who is, I mean, he gets the perfect attendance award. I got to just tell you. All righty. He said, good morning back to Donna. So let's jump into this. And yesterday, we spent some time with helping Mary Mack. Here we can see part of what we did yesterday. Where's my mouse? There it is. All righty. We were dealing with a LinkedIn banner, LinkedIn profile banner, and I just spoke some directions into ChatGPT, and it did exactly what I asked it to do. And again, you know, we talked about the fact that you may have to resize it and all of that, but you can do that in Canva. Hey, Monica, good to see you. Thank you for showing up as well. And here we go. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're utilizing ChatGPT for everything that we can. And by the way, I was doing my happy dance this morning. Why? Because when I logged into ChatGPT, it told me I had access to the agent. Oh my goodness. Got my ChatGPT agent. If you don't know what that's all about, Google it. But I'll tell you in short. With ChatGPT agent, the agent actually uses its own computer, OM and the G. But anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked by that. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a big deal. All right. So here we go. Our prompt for today. Mary wants to refresh her resume, and thus the experience section of her LinkedIn profile. Suggests 10 underused resume or LinkedIn profile words and phrases that demonstrate empathy, adaptability, diligence, capability, or leadership without sounding like commonly overused buzzwords. For example, detail oriented, results oriented, etc. So this is one of those things I've been seeing a lot as I've been working with clients on their resumes, and people are putting in these cliche phrases. Okay. And quite honestly, they don't mean a whole lot. So here's what does detail oriented look like? That's what's important. So to say you're detail oriented and then you've got a typo, not very detail oriented, huh? So instead of saying I'm detail oriented, let's give them an idea of what detail oriented looks like. That would be better, right? So anyway, what I found is that people have a problem coming up with something else to say. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to help us. So let's see what it comes up with today. All righty. And as always, the reminder, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. And absolutely, here are 10 underused yet powerful words and phrases Mary can use to refresh the experience section of her resume and LinkedIn profile. Each one reflects qualities like empathy, adaptability, diligence, capability, or leadership without sounding like stale buzzwords. Ooh, the shade, stale. I said overused, but ChatGPT said y'all worn out. All righty, so here we go. Let's take a look. Number one, stewarded conveys responsibility, care, and ownership, especially for finances or processes. Stewarded $70 million plus in receivables with a focus on transparency and trust. Okay. Number two, Adapted in real time. Hmm. Shows resilience and quick thinking. Great for roles involving transition or unexpected volume. Adapted in real time during system transitions to preserve continuity of billing operations. So again, I would change that just a little bit. I'd take out the to, and it would read adapted in real time during system transitions, preserving continuity of billing operations. Y'all see what I did there? All righty, we take preserve, turn it into preserving, and get rid of that too. It's a stronger language. All right. We want to stay away from weak language wherever we can. All right. Number 3, strengthened trust across teams. Highlights emotional intelligence and collaboration without saying team player. Oh, yeah. Good job, chat. That's another one of them. Team player. Strengthen trust across accounting, operations, and legal teams through consistent communication and clarity. Now, mind you, as a bullet point, we would always want to have the so what part of the bullet in there. So here's what I did. And the question is, well, okay, so what? Why is that important? And that's the part that's missing here. But I will update. Well, I didn't say bullet points. It's actually giving me new words and phrases. So it, all I'd have to do is go in and say, use these as bullet points, and then it would give me what I need. Now, maybe I'll demonstrate that in a moment. Stabilized implies calm, methodical work in chaotic or unclear situations. Stabilized aged AR reports during leadership turnover by documenting priorities and timelines. All right. So again, we got our X, we don't have our Y. All right. But this is good because the examples are great. Great stuff. Aren't y'all glad I thought of these prompts to ask doggone ChatGPT? Oh my goodness. Give that man a gold star. All righty. I'll take it in cash, please. Matter of fact, no, I'll take it in solid gold. Contributed quietly but consistently to, oh, there's a twist on contributed, right? Collaborated, right? Gives dignity to behind the scenes work and shows dependable performance. Contributed quietly but consistently to month end close and audit readiness with no compliance issues. Oh my goodness. Love it. All right, let's go on. We got a few more. Reframed processes for clarity, suggests improvement for user-focused thinking without sounding technical. Here's the example. Reframed vendor payment workflows for clarity and ease of training. All right, reframed vendor payment workflows. I love that. I don't do these ahead of you guys. I just make up the prompts ahead of time and pop them in. But I don't know what ChatGPT is going to come up with, how these are going to come out when I do them live. But yeah, pretty darn cool. All right, number 7, trusted with. Subtly demonstrates leadership and confidence. That's a good word right there. From others without saying leader, right? So what does it say? Trusted with handling sensitive collections, accounts, and client disputes. Oh my goodness. All right. Supported growth by simplifying, pairs capability with humility, and shows her work as a growth enabler. Supported growth by simplifying billing intake across departments and systems. Wow. Listened for friction points, demonstrates empathy, active listening, and attention to detail without saying it. Listened for friction points in AP process and resolved recurring vendor delays. And I heard someone the other day on CNBC, it might have been during Squawk Talk, but in any event, he talked about friction points, and how his company was alleviating friction points in their specific sector of the marketplace, which is why they were doing so well, because their meteoric success was just like, how did you do this? and he talked about removing the friction points. I believe the company had gone from $0 to $2 million in annual accounts receivable or recurring income in 2 months. $2 million in 2 months, huh? Not bad at all. All righty, and then number 10, led with patience and precision. Oh, how many of us wish we had managers that led with patience and precision? Oh, balances diligence with leadership, strong clothes for a people facing finance role, led with patience and precision during a full cycle AR system migration and reconciliation effort. Would you like me to help rewrite some of Mary's actual bullets? Here we go, using these phrases, or build a new draft of her LinkedIn experiences section. So here we go. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. Hey, chat. Once again, you have outdone yourself. I am so pleased with the results, and I'm sure Mary is too. If you would not mind, please take some of Mary's bullet points and translate them into the new format using what you have given us. But remember to have that logical benefit statement at the end of each bullet point. Let's see what you come up with. All righty. So here's the thing. Um, I have already trained chat with regards to how to create bullet points. So let's see how this works out. Oh man, this is exciting. And I'm super excited to have access to the agent feature. And we'll talk more about that. My poor little computer, I am maxing it out because my Ethernet is plugged in. It's not the internet. It's just the processor. All righty. Thank you so much. It took the compliment. I'm honored to support you and Mary. Based on her resume and our previous work, here are revised bullet points that incorporate the underused but powerful phrases, your preferred format, and a logical benefit at the end of each. Each bullet follows your structure, begins with a verb, part of what I've taught it. Here we go. Avoids overused buzzwords, uses semicolons between fragments, ends with a clear outcome or benefit, reads with a confident conversational tone. All righty. So rewritten AP bullet points for Mary Mack. Stewarded. Oh, I should have asked it to do before and after. Stewarded $70 million plus in receivables across multi-industry portfolios, resolved $500,000 in unapplied payments, stabilized operations during leadership and system transitions, ensuring continuity and cash flow confidence. Adapted in real time to system migrations and staffing shifts, maintained billing accuracy and collections cadence without missing compliance benchmarks, ensuring no disruption in vendor trust or audit readiness. Y'all see the X and the Y? Adapted in real time to system migrations and staffing shifts, maintain billing accuracy and collections cadence without missing compliance benchmarks. All of that is the X. And yes, we could condense it, but here we go. Here's the Y, ensuring no disruption in vendor trust or audit readiness. And so that's what I meant by the X and the Y for those of you who may have been curious. Led with patience and precision through high volume invoice processing and month-end close activities, strengthened team workflows and documentation, ensuring timely financial reporting, and improved internal control. So we got two X's and two Y's in that one. Oh my goodness. Listened for friction points in, oh, I love this, in AR and billing communication. Collaborated with legal, finance, and external partners to resolve recurring disputes, ensuring faster turnaround and fewer escalations. And I would change this and get rid of the two, and I'm going to have to train it on that. Get rid of the two, saying, and listen for friction points in AR and billing communication, collaborated with legal, finance, and external partners, resolving recurring disputes and ensuring faster turnaround and fewer escalations. Oh my goodness, that is powerful. Powerful. Are y'all hearing the value? See, this is the point. Let me just stop right here. Because when I talk about value, what's the value you bring? People are telling me, oh, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident. Oh, they don't want me because of my age, whether it's too young, too old. But when you position yourself with bullet points that read like this, you're showing the value that you brought to your previous roles. You're showing them your capabilities, okay, to be successful, and specifically the way in which you're being successful. So it's not just about detail oriented, right, or a great team player. It's showing specifically how you are detail oriented, what the results of you being detail oriented produce, why you're a good team player, and what your good team playing actually produce. All righty. Trusted with sensitive client accounts and aged receivables, executed follow up with empathy and firmness. Wow. Ensuring reduced DSO and preserved long term customer relationships. All righty. Oh my goodness. Supported growth by simplifying intake, reconciliation, and reporting across AP systems, created reusable templates and SOPs, ensuring scalable processes and smoother staff onboarding. Love it, love it, love it. Now, got a little bit of apples and oranges in there. I would actually break these out into different bullet points, because supported growth by simplifying intake, reconciliation, and reporting across AP systems. That's one thing, right? Creating reusable templates and SOPs, ensuring scalable processes and smoother onboarding. Now, we could actually keep the processes and the reconciliations and all that together, and the intake and the onboarding, and make that a separate bullet point. But um, we'll move on. Reframed outdated workflows to clarify roles, reduce redundancies, and surface missing entries. Aligned AR processes with ERP best practices. So all of that, those are the X's. Ensuring cleaner books and improved audit prep. That's the why. So when we talk about what we did, it's like, okay, so what did you do? What did you actually do? I did X. All right. So why is that important? Because it resulted in Y. That's why it's important. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Contributed quietly but consistently to back-end reconciliation and reporting, addressed mismatches, and root causes often overlooked by others, ensuring accuracy downstream and cleaner handoffs. Stabilized account aging spikes during staffing gaps, rebalance workloads, and train temps with documented processes, ensuring uninterrupted collections and maintained cash flow. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Would you like me to format these directly into her resume or tailor them further by industry? Oh my goodness. Because we were looking at healthcare, which healthcare has made a rebound in the stock market. Okay, I guess they heard me. Oh my goodness. It's so funny when I talk about stuff and then it happens. It's like I'm in alignment with the universe, right? But this is so, so very cool. I'm going to come out of this here so that I can see you guys. Any comments? I mean, is this blowing anybody away other than me? Um, could the more, let's see here, we've got Donna saying, could the more cliche phrases be considered keywords for ATS in some cases? Great question, Donna. And so, absolutely, they might be. You might see some of those, because here we go. And having been a recruiter, I know that what happens many times is that the person responsible for putting out that job announcement, that job vacancy announcement, that description, they're using a boilerplate. In other words, they're using something that somebody created in some cases years ago, and then we're just changing some of the language inside. And so, they're not really creating a new job description every time there's an opening. So you got to remember that. So yeah, there could be those seeking detail oriented. You might see that. And so if you do, then here we go. Where Don is going with this is we got to match the ATS one for one. So in other words, if in the job description it says detail oriented, then we definitely have to have detail oriented in our resume. But in addition to that, Donna, what I would say is, yeah, use that detail oriented keyword or phrase in this case, but at the same time, make sure that your bullets align with showing what detail oriented looks like. Great question. Thanks for asking that, Donna. All right, so I don't see any other comments. I know there's a slight delay. There's not a big delay, but again, thanks, Patrice, for joining us today. I am just over the moon with what we are able to do to help fortify, that's a good word, fortify our resumes. And I met with someone yesterday. Let me share this and then I'm going to be out of here. I met with someone yesterday who had actually asked Chat to create a resume for them. And so as we were dissecting it, and there were some things that weren't there and weren't showing up, and then she finally said, "Oh, well, when Chat created this," and I'm like, "Oh, stop. See, here's the problem. Okay, you've got to create the resume first. And that's why I provide all of my clients, all of my student participants with a template. And I say, use the template. Go in and replace the information in the template with your information. And then we can walk through it together, because now I can show you what we need to beef up or what we need to edit to make it more effective, to make it more impactful, right? So trying to get Chat, or it's the same as paying somebody to create a resume for you. No, because remember, you're not sending that core resume out the door. You're creating a core resume, and then you're going to edit it for each and every job for which you are applying. And so, to Donna's point, there are going to be different keywords and phrases in each job description. The job title might be exactly the same, but there are going to be different keywords and phrases. So you've got to go in, you've got to change those competencies based on the job description that you're looking at. You've got to go in and spice up your summary section based on the keywords and phrases in the job description. You've got to go in and tweak those bullet points. Now, that's where you could go to, in those instances where you could go to ChatGPT and say, you upload the job description, you upload your resume, and ask it to edit. And now, quite honestly, I would do this one area at a time. Don't ask it to do the whole thing at one time, because it'll move stuff around, and you don't want that. All right, unless you've trained it. And even when you train it, sometimes you've got to remind it, and it'll say, "Great catch." Okay. All right. Yeah, that's why I'm the human in the room, right? But for example, you upload your resume, you upload the job description, and then you say, based on this job description, how might I update, or help me update, or provide suggestions for updating my core competencies based on this job description so that it can score better on the ATS. And it will help you do that. Then go back based on the job description and trying to get my resume through the ATS. Help me to reword my summary section, being sure to leave any quantified data intact, as well as there are a couple of elements, and y'all know if you work with me, a couple elements that you got to have in that summary section at the beginning and the end. and down through the bullets. And then here we go. All of your bullets, and I'm giving away the kitchen sink here. All of your bullets need to be ranked by order of importance from your lightning bullets throughout your resume. Most important bullet points listed first. Um, Monica says here, I get that when I'm asking chat to do something for me. Ha ha. Yeah. All right. So at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're the driver. All right. Despite what Elon Musk says, okay, you got to drive this vehicle to the destination you're trying to get to. All righty. So, um, anyway, I hope this has been beneficial. Again, please share the link with others that you know may need this, unless, of course, they're competing against you, and you don't want to give them the same advantage you have. Anyway, but seriously, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Get Up and Get a Job, and here we go. That's where you can watch the replays. You can also watch them at, and let me get this link for today. You can also watch at my LinkedIn profile, William W. Craig 3. That's the number 3. Or you can go to Get Up and Get a Job on YouTube. Here is you're welcome, Monica. Here is the prompt for today, or the link to today's session. And of course, now you'll have the link to everything that we've done. But that's the benefit of watching live on YouTube. Don't tell the LinkedIn people I said it. I don't know, why they don't update. They allow you to broadcast live on LinkedIn, but they don't allow you to get the comments live. That just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, Microsoft owns it, so I guess we'd have to reach out to them. But anyway, look, you all have, as always, have been. Oh, thank you so much. Patrice says, many thanks, William. Another great session. Thank you so much, Patrice. I appreciate that. Warms my heart to see that this is of benefit to you. And so tomorrow is the end of the week already. Oh my goodness, how time flies. And look, time flies when you're having fun and when you owe money, right? Oh my goodness. So look, and next week, there's going to be a new look to the daily AI prompts for job seekers. Going to be a new look. So stay tuned for that as well. I've got a big announcement, or as some people would say, a huge announcement to make next week about how you can work with me as your coach. All right. Well, look, in the meantime, and between times, stay safe and all that you do. And I look forward to seeing you all same place tomorrow. God bless everybody.